So, Alejandro, you look down, immediately see and smell blood. You can see the wound on, like, from what you remember from, well, no, you didn't see Sparta until afterwards, but the wound you saw. It's a pretty significant wound, and even though Colette was wearing a suit jacket and a shirt underneath, it has kind of like blown a hole into that. The impact sort of even like has ripped the fabric enough to where you can see the actual wound itself. Some of it is partially covered as she is moving. She's in pain. She's in a full frenzy at this point. Just from the sheer pain of what's going on and the burning sensation that's happening.
Alejandro takes cover, but still in a position there that he can see Lindsay. No, I mean Colette.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to use his hearing pretty much to see if he hears any like any branches breaking or anything like that. Because right now he's blind; he can't see. Apart from seeing Colette.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts looking around, and would Alejandro have Lindsay's number?
Yeah, I'd say he would. Especially now.
So he picks up his phone.
Hey,
and
mommy.
he picks up his phone.
Alejandro's named Papi. I'm just kidding.
Alejandro picks up his phone and texts Lindsay just fire bullets.
Wait a minute. I don't know if Lindsay has a phone. Lindsay doesn't have a phone. Lev has a phone, though.
But Alejandro doesn't have
Same thing.
Number. All right.
You would have, by this point, how closely you guys work with them, you would have Lev's number. Yeah, for sure. Right.
So Alejandro texts Lev and only says, fire bullets, Colette is down, I can't see shit.
Fire bullets. Okay. So you text that to Lev, you said?
Yeah, in the woods.
Okay. In the woods.
Would I have caught up by this time? But would I have gotten back to them by this time?
You're almost there. You can see them because with Eyes of the Beast, you can see clearly. As you're texting this to him, so you're sort of looking down, poof, there's another gunshot, and Colette has been shot once again, and you can hear her scream out in pain again. And Sparta, since you've turned around and you are facing them and running towards them, your vision sort of because you can sort of see the initial firing of the weapon, you can see that it was sort of off to the right of where they are. This like initial like light that happened when this like strange fire bullet left.
Can I like see the person?
You see trees and things like that, but you don't necessarily see a person. I mean, they very well could be standing behind a tree. You can't see through shit. You can just see in the dark.
How far away is Colette?
I'd say 20, 30 yards at this point. Like you're closing in on them. They're not super far. I'd say like 10, 15 yards away from you.
Would
I need to roll for Colette. Well, she's already frenzying, whatever. Her frenzy continues. She's screaming in pain. All you guys can hear by the way, Alejandro, to answer your question, is you listening in, and if you can hear anything like branches, people moving around you, all you can hear are these terrible, like crying, moaning, pain from Colette in front of you.
What about the shot? Can I make around an area where the shot could come from?
Right, of course. It would be off to the right of you. That's definitely, you can hear it, and that's where it has come from. It sounds close.
Okay.
But it is to
Okay,
the right of you.
Alejandro turns towards where the sound goes. And I hope my dice is gonna fuck me over. He's gonna take a couple of shots towards that direction.
So now we're just shooting shit in the dark. Okay. Sweet.
Let's see. That would be weapons.
That would be, sorry, I got distracted by something. That would be melee, or sorry, not melee, firearms and dexterity, I guess? Dexterity? Okay. Dexterity and firearms. And if you're using a handgun, don't forget to add in extra dice because handguns are your specialty.
Four successes.
Not bad. You don't necessarily know what you're firing at, but you're firing at something. You hit whatever your target was, whether it was the tree or the squirrel over there. You're an animal die in the distance. Okay, so how many shots do you fire off?
He fires off 6 shots.
Damn it.
From a 12 round,
6.
12 round magazine.
All right. So, Sparta, as you're closing the distance, you see Alejandro shift his attention in that same direction that you had shifted your attention when that initial gunshot or second gunshot rang out. And you see him point a weapon and 6 times just, he's laying into something. You don't, and you look and try to follow as if he sees something maybe from his vantage point that you can't see. You let off 6 rounds. You don't hear any indication that you've hit anything in the distance other than just ricocheting bullets here and there.
Shooting. Sparta's he's gonna try to do like a bunny hop thing. He's gonna activate Soaring Leap.
Wait a minute. All I saw was like bunny ding 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 ding.
He's gonna jump to Colette, try to scoop up a frenzying Colette, and then jump behind a tree.
Okay.
Just to get her, because he can clearly see that she was the one that got shot. So he's gonna try to get her out of the line of fire.
Right. She's clearly in the line of sight of whoever is there. Okay. All right. So you're gonna soaring leap to her, which
Probably gonna need strength if she's frenzied.
My memory, soaring leap is free. Yes. Okay. So you're going to soaring leap to her. I need you to do a strength and dexterity.
Ooh, is a critical on the hunger gonna matter for this? I just rolled a 10.
Possibly. God, you're gonna kill Colette. Just like he's manhandled all of those people. Colette's fucking neck gets broken in the process of him picking her up.
6 successes and a critical on the hunger.
Okay. Well, you got a messy critical. Okay. If 1 or more 10s appear, you get a messy critical. You succeed as a regular critical, but like an animal would. Okay. So.
Oh, it's a shit show.
Perfect time for a messy critical when you're trying to pick up a wounded Colette. You know, what could go wrong here? So, you got 6 successes, you said, correct?
Yeah.
It's pretty good success, so I'm not going to be too hard on you. You leap from where you are land in front of Colette. You go to scoop her up. But as you're doing so, you're moving so fast in the moments of scooping her up to turn to leap to get out of the way that you can feel when you scooped her up something strange. Her leg sort of got tangled strangely in your arm, and you can feel like a cut, and you think you may have broke her leg.
That's becoming a running thing too now, apparently.
And she does like cry out in more pain as you pick her up. She doesn't seem to be aware of you, though. She's just in pain. And I need to God, Colette's hurt. I need to write down her damage. Sorry, 1 second. Let me get a notebook. So she got shot twice. Last time we said that those bullets did 2 points of aggravated damage, correct? Do you guys remember what we decided on last time?
Well, I also had toughness and resilience, so...
You absorbed a lot of it, but I think we ended up settling on them taking 2 points of aggravated.
It was 2 for 3 shots, I remember. But that's what... I think it was like 1 for each shot. So
that sounds about right. So she'd have
because Sparta has his like discipline to like kind of
absorb and whatever.
And stuff.
Yeah. So she's got 2 points of aggravated from the bullets, and then yeah, she's pretty hurt right now. How many points of aggravated did I give you for your broken leg? 1?
Aggravated. It was
no, it was. We changed it.
It was aggravated.
I changed it because
it was 1.
It was 1. That's what
so
I thought.
So she has 3 aggro. Wow.
Yeah, she has 3 points of aggravated damage right now.
She's
not in a good condition. Yeah, I remember we originally said superficial, and then I was like, I don't like that because broken bones are really hard to heal. So I feel like it would make more sense for it to be aggravated. Okay, sorry. These are the things that I don't necessarily plan, guys. So 3 points of aggravated damage for Colette right now. She is in pain. She is suffering, and you can hear it in her voice. It almost is, especially for you, Sparta, as the man you are, it is breaking your heart hearing her.
Why did that happen? Nothing happened.
Oh, you just wanted me to be front and center.
Yeah.
It is breaking your heart hearing her cry out in the way that she is, especially knowing, this is Colette. This is someone who is strong, and she's not shown any type of wavering, and she's crying out in pain right now. She sounds pitiful and pathetic. And,
I guess in the situation, like, Sparta is probably the only one that knows and understands
that
what
pain.
Kind of pain
she's
going through, because he had 3 of those in his body,
and she currently has 2.
And seeing that, he'll immediately yell to Alejandro and say, Colette's hurt bad, man. I got to get these fire bullets out. Keep whoever's doing this off of us. And I'm going to try to like tear open her shirt. And since he's busy, I'm going to have to try to hold her down and take my knife out and try to pry out the fire bullets myself.
This is a familiar scene. The roles reversed. Last time it was Colette digging these things out of you. All right. So go ahead and roll a again, strength and dexterity. You're trying to hold her. I mean, you're strong, but she's pretty strong too. She's fighting against you because she's full frenzy. She's not really aware of what's happening. She's rolling around.
I think it's a contested strength roll.
Strength, just pure strength, you think?
Strength and roll.
But I did dexterity because he's trying to get that thing out.
To also get this thing out.
So he's trying to hold her down and sort of maneuver.
Before I do that, do blood points regenerate after a night of sleep?
Blood
what
points?
Do you mean?
Because remember, I activated my blood at the hotel the previous night. So
oh no, it's you're back to normal. tonight.
Then I'm gonna also activate the blood to enhance an attribute.
Okay. Which
Mhm.
one?
I'm gonna do both my points, and I'm gonna
Dodge check.
do, yeah,
Yeah.
one success.
Okay.
I had to
Dodge
roll.
check is just one.
Yeah.
one
Well,
dice.
Oh, yeah, for both.
He's doing it twice though.
To do. Yeah.
So you're fine. You do get a little hungrier, but it's fine. You're only at level 2, so you're okay. It's not.
And I'm gonna raise my strength by 2 points.
Okay. Go for it. That's
Not sure if I have enough
that's
dice,
a
actually.
big. That would be a 10 dice. That's a big old pool right there. You're pulling all the stats for Colette right now. Like, I got you, boo. I got you.
I mean,
Okay, so both of them were successes. This one was also a critical. One was a crit.
Wait,
what do you mean 2 successes out of 10 dice?
No, on the hunger dice.
Oh, just roll all of them because I can't tell you what's gonna happen until I know how many successes you get. So tell me the other ones too. They were successes and 1 crit is what you said. Yeah, got it.
Eight successes.
Messy critical again. Like, there goes one of her organs. Good thing you didn't need that. There goes your spleen.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Eight successes with a crit.
With a crit.
On the hunger.
Okay. That
Damn, he's picking those things up like it's nothing.
you are killing it right now. I'm not gonna punish you too hard for the messy crit. So she rolled 3 successes and kind of fighting you, but that's not gonna do. She's not able to do much. She's strong, and every now and then she is like, you do like catch an elbow in the jaw, like every now and then. She's not doing it intentionally. She's more so just freaking out. And as you take out your knife and jam it into this wound to flick this thing out, you do notice that the first time, just because of the adrenaline, you go a little bit deeper than maybe you intended. It's a good thing she's not necessarily going to bleed out because like a human would. You might have accidentally nicked an artery if she was a human. But you do, sort of dig that one out a little bit more viciously than possibly you should have, possibly causing a little bit more damage, which I am going to have her take more damage as a result of your messy crit. So
Probably like a lethal.
yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, it's superficial.
superficial.
Yeah.
There's no lethal damage anymore.
So, and you do kind of hear her like cry out in pain again, but the thing goes fling and flings over your shoulder, lands on the ground behind you, and you go for the other one, and you maneuver that one out just as easily as before. And as soon as both of them are out, she's got her eyes closed now at this point, and you do see her body sort of relax a little bit. Like, she still definitely is like a little erratic in her movements and like her just everything about her. You can tell like her frenzy is sort of coming to a close, and now the pain is taking over, sort of what you remember. As soon as she got those bullets out of your body, that frenzy feeling sort of left your body, and the pain of how much pain you were in kind of took over from there. But you do see her body sort of relax a little bit, and she quiets a little bit. And as soon as you fling the second one out, there's a flurry of leaves and dirt and all kinds of shit that sort of flies up around you as Ashley appears out of nowhere next to you. And she's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is happening?" And she's
I
no.
will literally grab Ashley and pull her behind the tree and say, "Get down! There's somebody shooting."
Yeah, no shit. And then she's gonna like shrug you off of her and go back down to next to Colette.
You take care of Colette. I'm gonna go back up Alejandro.
Before you're finished, you see her pick up Colette and Ashley and Colette are gone. Before you can even finish saying take care of Colette, she's like, bitch, you don't have to tell me. This is the love of my life.
Sparta is immediately gonna start to growl. Like a very animalistic growl and say, Alejandro, let's get
Let me jump on your back because I can't see shit.
I will immediately go to him, scoop him up, and throw him over my back.
Let's go.
And say,
broke a bone. Stab him a few times.
As you guys are having this conversation, hold on, I need to look at his character sheet. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
we're still behind trees too.
Okay. He does. I just wanted to make sure he had this ability. So as you guys are talking, and sort of, are you literally giving him a piggyback ride? Because that's hilarious.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally threw him on my back.
I fucking love this group right now. What is the chaos that is unfolding?
I have no idea, and I hate it. I hate it here.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm
the
at.
only
I don't
one-
know where my character is. Rip. Okay.
So as this is happening, Sparta, your eyes sort of catch this green glow, and you look off to the left, and you see two glowing cat-like eyes that are approaching you. And you, as sort of you focus, the shape and the size of it, you believe that it is Lev, just from the shape of this person that's coming towards you, into your direction from the outside of the woods.
I'll give a low whistle.
He whistles back. And then you see him hold his hand up like this, and he points in the direction of the gunshot, and then he turns and starts running that direction.
I'll start going in that direction as well, with Alejandro on my back.
God, I love this. Okay, so you guys are running along. Go ahead.
Where the fuck are we going? Because Nick's
Lev's
that way?
here. No, we're going after the person that shot.
As soon as you say that, you hear a blood-curdling shriek from the direction that Nyx's scent
Oh hell.
came
no.
from.
Deal with the shooter. Let's go and check out what the fuck is going on over that area. You can see. I need some fucking night vision goggles.
You have your phone?
Yeah.
We're doing that
Oh
again?
my fucking god, are you fucking kidding me right now?
But no. Let's just fucking run. I'm in your fucking back. All right? You can carry me. You're a big boy. Now I'm giving you a hug. Let's go.
Okay. Sparta, hearing that and being encouraged, he's going to give another low whistle and just point in the direction of where we heard the scream. And we're going to break off and run that way.
Okay. Lev is going to continue in the direction that he was originally running towards wherever the gunshot came from. So you're going to turn around and run toward the scream and the scent. You can still smell the scent. You can still smell Nyx.
Still, we're going to be running towards it and following the scent.
Okay.
At full tilt.
Okay. So
And bouncing through
yeah.
the woods, and his jumps are faster than his run.
Okay. So as you're running with Alejandro on your back,
And jumping. So we're bunny hopping through the forest, basically.
you're doing a lot. You are getting closer. You're following the scent that you can see, and as you're getting closer, it's getting stronger. It's getting stronger, and that strange, weird sweetness smell that you smelled before that you couldn't identify is also mixing together and getting stronger as well. And as you're getting closer, you begin to notice something strange, because for you and all of your experience of when you use Eyes of the Beast, you can see everything. You can see through all of the darkness around you. But you start to notice as your eyes narrow on the space before you that you can't see. And there is a darkness ahead of you that you can't see through. And this has never happened to you before.
I will immediately come to a halt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell Alejandro, I can't see.
Hold on a second. Alejandro, I need you to roll a strength and dexterity.
One success.
Okay.
Critical success.
Okay. Sparta, as you're running full force, you're kind of top heavy, because you have Alejandro on your back, and when you come to a sudden stop, Alejandro flies off of your back and lands on the ground in front of you. Oh.
We don't have time for that. I can't see. It's like a darkness up in front.
We don't have time for that. Like he did it on purpose.
So you can't see with your powers. I'm not sure as hell can't see because I ain't got that fucking night vision eyes.
And you do notice, Alejandro, as you're getting off of the ground, kind of dusting the dirt and leaves off of you, and you're looking in the distance that you were looking, that it's strange because every now and then the moonlight would kind of peek through naturally through the trees, and you'd be able to see what's going on, or see the ground and little bits of the trees and this and that and everything. But you do notice that ahead of you is a just pure darkness. There seems to be no light radiating from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Alejandro and I say, I can get us in there with my nose and my hearing, but I can't see anything what's going on. We need to get in there. I can get us in. If you'll put your hand on my shoulder, we can sneak in.
Sneak.
I don't want to run into a tree. I'm not running into it. But we have to get in there.
Fuck.
What? You know what I want to.
You want to do that?
You hear another blood shrieking. You hear another shriek. Sorry, I mixed up my words. And it sounds like it's coming from inside the darkness or just beyond it. But it is from that direction ahead of you.
Let's go. We need to get in there now.
think we might be dealing with something much stronger than we both think. Because this
Well, we
could...
can't just leave her in there.
I know what it is, and this is not fun.
This, you do understand, and you did hear what Lindsay said, right?
You hear a gunshot, followed by a scream.
I will literally grab Alejandro and slowly start walking in.
Walking into the
And I'll just
darkness?
to the darkness, using my nose and like my hearing. Basically, close my eyes and just use all my hunter senses to try to just make my way slowly in without making noise.
Okay. Alejandro, you grabbed a hold of him and started walking, or did you walk alone?
Grabbed him and started to pull.
Okay.
He follows, is up to him.
Right. Okay. So Alejandro, do you follow? He's now walking toward this darkness.
Oh, fuck. Why doesn't Lindsay have a fucking phone?
She's old, motherfucker.
Lev's in the woods with us, so it wouldn't do any good.
Oh, fuck. There's no way for Lindsay to sense this is going on, is it? Not even with the blood bond.
Are you walking into the darkness or not? I can't answer your questions about Lindsay. Your character wouldn't know.
I'm keeping, like, I'm a little bit apart to see what effect the darkness actually has. Because Alejandro is a little bit like, we're literally running in the blind. This is literally a story that I just told before this whole shit happened.
Okay, so Sparta's walking into the darkness. Alejandro is a couple of paces behind him. Alejandro, up ahead of you, you can kind of see Sparta sort of stepping into it as you sort of step into it as well. And both of you simultaneously, as soon as you step into this strange darkness, pain just through your entire being, and it feels like you are being suffocated, but you don't have to breathe, so your brain can't comprehend what is happening, but you are just gasping as if you needed to breathe, like breath, that's all you can think about, and it is painful, and pain is just riddled through your entire body, and you're kind of frozen in place, choking for breath that you don't even need. And you're both kind of stuck there for a few moments as this pain radiates through your body. And at the same time, you both feel a tug on your collars, and you are tugged out of the darkness and thrown onto the ground. And Lindsay is standing over you and says, "Are you fucking stupid?" And looks at you. And then she looks around, and as you're sort of kind of recovering from this strange suffocating that just happened to you, you're looking around, and Lindsay is standing over you, and there are multiple people standing around her as well, sort of looking in all directions, protecting her. She's like, "Do you know what this is?" Clearly not.
Is it?
No,
Is it your
No,
sire?
probably not even Alejandro knows.
Nyx is in there, and she's screaming, and that we heard gunshot.
She's asking you these questions, but they're more rhetorical. She doesn't care what your answers are, because you very clearly just communicated that you don't know what the fuck that is because you walked into it. But needless to say, Lindsay has rescued you from this strange darkness. I also am going to have each of you take 2 points of superficial damage. I don't actually know how much damage this causes, but you're not dead, so whatever. I know for humans.
Since I have resilience.
It immediately suffocates humans, but it shouldn't do anything.
Does it damage them, though? Because I know it's painful.
No, it doesn't damage.
Okay. Then you guys don't take any
It
points.
humans, but it doesn't damage. It's painful and it feels like shit, but
It doesn't necessarily
cause penalties for anything when you're inside.
Right.
but
It doesn't cause damage.
it
Okay.
doesn't cause damage. Yeah.
That's fair. So you guys don't take any damage. And you guessed it, you would probably absorb that anyways with your shit activated. But regardless to say, you're fine. But you still are kind of like recovering. Like you're kind of like, it's a little bit of a mind fuck because you're like, what in the fuck just happened to me? Like it's unlike anything you've ever experienced. And Lindsay is now just like barking orders at people and these people that are around you. Excuse me. Oh, I have the hiccups again. And you can see sort of a couple of the people break off and they're trying to like flank this strange darkness because of you don't know what it is, but to her knowledge she knows that obviously it's only a certain radius. And you can hear once again this scream let out from inside of this darkness. I mean, you guys
will immediately stand up and like, we have to get it. We have to help her.
I thought you were gonna say go back in. I was gonna say, are you fucking stupid? Lindsay's gonna let you this time.
No,
Sparta.
He's not gonna walk back. No, like he'll say this to Lindsay. He's like, "That's Nick. We have to help her."
Sparta, there's nothing we can do right now. Lindsay is literally the most powerful here of the three of us. She knows what the hell this is. I have never fucking seen this shit in my 30 fucking years as a kindred. I have literally never seen this shit.
But one of us is in there.
Sparta's like, I don't give a fuck if I've ever seen it before, you idiot.
You wanna fucking go?
I didn't
No,
say
you know
I
what?
want
You know
to
what?
go.
10 to 50. Fucking count to 50 now.
Sparta will just start snarling and counting. And he's like pacing back and forth at this point.
Sparta. Oh, I guess all of you would anyone in this general area, you would catch the scent of blood, but it's not coming from that direction of where Nyx's smell was coming from. It's coming from a different direction. So you're kind of confused. You do smell this scent that sort of every now and then you'll get like this gusts of scent that is happening. Lindsay is going to look at you guys and say, whatever you do, don't go in there. And she is going to turn and begin running you see her sort of running around, and it looks like she's running around this darkness, and she's trying to like gauge like the radius of where it is, and how to get inside. And every now and then, as you guys are standing there, you do hear another scream happen. Give me just a second. I'm going to try something. Okay. You guys go ahead and figure out whatever your characters want to do at this point while I look up something.
As Sparta hits 50, he's still snarling and pacing, and he's like, Alejandro, we can't just fucking stand here and do nothing. Let's at least walk around whatever the fuck this shit is. And
We
see if there is
can't go in blindly.
I didn't say we're going in, but we can't just stand here and do nothing. We could at least go around the perimeter. Something. See if I can pick up tracks leading out. Clearly this thing's not moving.
I'm gonna wait to see what Lindsay does. If you want to look around, that's on you. But like I told you before, I went in blindly once. There's a reason why I was a couple of steps behind you, because I was hesitating to go in. And I told both you and Nix this before we left for the party. If you want to go around, try to track something, you can. I can't. I don't have night vision. I can't see in the fucking dark.
You wait here. If I don't see Lindsay coming around the other side, I'll go the opposite direction she went. If she gets back here before I do, let her know that I'm just circling the perimeter, trying to track and see if I catch any scents or tracks or anything like that. I won't go in, but I can't just stand here.
Okay, as you guys are having this conversation, you can hear like the tussling of leaves and things behind you as people are approaching. And you sort of look over your shoulders, and very cool, nonchalantly, Imani and her 3 Tremere have arrived, and they're, like I said, nonchalantly walking through the woods. This is just another day for them. And they stop short of you guys and begin to perform some sort of ritual. They begin to do the voodoo shit that you guys don't understand. And Imani is sort of leading it, and she seems to be doing some sort of ritual just a few feet away from you guys, as the other Tremere are sort of standing around her, almost as if they're protecting her while she performs this ritual. And are you guys gonna watch or Alejandro is staying there? Are you going to like walk the perimeter and look around, or are you now focused on Imani and the voodoo shit she's doing?
He's focusing on Imani and them because he can't really see much anyway, so it's like...
Right. What about Sparta?
He'll look at Alejandro and say, I'll be right back. Keep an eye on it here.
Okay. So Alejandro, as you focus your attention on Imani, like they're pretty close to you. You can see in the amount of time you've been in the woods now, your eyes have adjusted somewhat. You can't see super far, but you can kind of make out their bodies and things like that. And you see Imani take out a weapon and slash her own hand. And you can smell the aroma of her blood just a few feet away from you. And she's doing something, and typical Tremere voodoo shit. But she's appearing to be doing some sort of ritual, standing there. You can also hear in the distance, it seems like a lot of people have entered into the woods. They're looking all around in the area, different things like that. And all of a sudden you hear someone from the distance yell, "Over here!" And as soon as you hear that, that strange darkness that was there drops and it's gone. And there's no longer any darkness where it previously was.
Seeing that, if I had just started to walk away, I would turn back to Alejandro and say, "Let's go." And start walking toward where the darkness was.
Okay. So you can freely walk now. It's gone. And you're walking along. Are you still following Nyx's scent?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're walking along, you can hear like people running in a different direction. You can kind of hear in the distance to you that there seems to be some type of fight taking place. But are you just focusing on task at hand and finding Nyx?
Task at hand. Like, he's back in hunter mode, and he's basically going after his prey.
Okay. As you slowly begin, the scent is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You realize that it likely wasn't possible that Nyx was inside of that blackness. You're not sure how long, like the distance of how long it went, but you're walking a significant distance that you're starting to realize that maybe she wasn't inside of that to begin with. But that was possibly placed there for a different reason.
Is Alejandro, did you follow me?
Alejandro is kind of listening into the commotion that's going on behind.
Did you follow him though? Or did you stay with like Imani? Because he's like walking off. Like it's where he's walking isn't going to be right where everybody was previously.
Yeah, he takes a couple of steps and still like has an eye vision, but still listening to what's going on behind them.
Okay, so at this point, you can't see him. He's gone. Sparta, if you didn't follow Sparta, your vision can only go so far in the darkness. Like your eyes have adjusted, but you can't see that far. So he's now disappeared and blended in with the trees. If you didn't follow him, he's somewhere in the distance ahead of you.
And Alejandro stops and goes back the same trail that he walks.
So Sparta, you're alone, trucking through the woods towards Nyx's smell.
If I realized that she wasn't in that darkness, I would figure out that it was probably a trap. Just dealing with werewolves trying to trap us. So realizing that, I would pick up speed and chase after the scent.
Okay. So as you're once again focused on your task at hand, you begin to close in and you're feeling confident that she's really close. And eventually, after a few minutes of kind of running and redirecting, tracking and things like that, you do stumble across, you see a figure sort of laying on the ground, not moving, and you stumble upon her, and it is Nyx laying on the ground. And at first she seems to be unconscious, she's not necessarily moving, but you're not unconscious. You just were not moving in that particular moment. But you do notice something strange about her body, and she has these strange, I guess you could call them weapons, that seem to have been lodged into her legs in a certain fashion to prevent her from being able to move. And she sort of looks up at you, and Nyx, you are in pain. You have 2 points of aggravated damage. You're hurt. You're not like as hurt as Colette. But I'm sorry, not aggravated damage. Superficial damage, because these ones didn't break your bones. They just have been lodged into your legs in this strange way, and you've the screams that you heard were Nyx trying to get these things out of her legs, and it was painful, so she was letting out a scream every time she tried to remove whatever device, and you see her sort of slumped over in defeat, and Nyx, you sort of have given up at this point. And you can't move, you can't walk. This is kind of the condition that you're currently in. And you see Sparta. Well, you see a figure approach you. You can't make out that it's Sparta right away.
I'll immediately run to her and be like, Nyx, are you okay?
Do you think I look okay right now? I can't move. I can't take these guys out.
I'll look down
what
at.
the fuck happened? Can I get
Okay, so Nyx, when you saw that figure in the woods. You begin to follow it, and you followed it, and you were so entranced by it that you actually stepped into that darkness. And while you were incapacitated, is that the right way? Yeah.
Incapacitated, yeah.
Yeah. You're not really sure, like your mind's kind of fuzzy because it was like you were so focused on what was happening.
I had seen, and it's the only thing that can actually look through the darkness.
Right, you could see through it, but it was there. Like that, it doesn't mean it's not there, but you didn't necessarily recognize it for anything of what it was.
No, absolutely. But like inside, that's the only way of like seeing something,
right?
And not receiving like the penalties.
There wasn't anything inside though. Of not getting the penalties, you still get the penalties if you could see it.
The 3 rolls and stuff, you get like a -3. So I was reading. I don't know if it's that one. I don't know if you're using the Stygian. Is it the Stygian?
What the hell is the Stygian?
Since the
Shadow Stygian cloak. I'm supposing that this is an oblivion discipline.
Hold on.
But here, what is the discipline of the cloaking, of the shadow, of the...
It's the one that you're talking about, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if you go and see in that one, it tells you that unless you have something, a discipline that allows you to see the supernatural, so have a supernatural view, you would have a penalty of -3 for every type of any roll. And also obviously the penalty of like feeling like you're suffocating and you can't move and stuff.
So it says you're immune to that? Hold on.
No, it's not that I am immune, but I would still feel the oppression.
Yeah.
And like the whatever,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't be necessarily penalized on like my rolls.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's fine. Because you wouldn't
like
have.
If they went in and tried to shoot at somebody, they would have -3 dice.
Right.
For every roll.
Right.
I wouldn't have that.
Right.
Does that make
that
sense?
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing.
Okay. As long as I was understanding it correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So, but while you were inside of this strange thing, because you did recognize it, but you wouldn't have had any knowledge of what it was, that it would have hurt you.
I knew
right.
exactly. Like whenever you said in the fucking like scene that she was like a shadow, I was like, oh fuck. I do not want to deal with this. I do not like this is not good. I was like, it's not what I think, right? And then this happened, and I was like, I know exactly what's happening, and god damn it, que meta.
So anyway, when you sort of stepped into this, unbeknownst to you that it would do anything to you necessarily, because obviously, like I said, you can see through it. It didn't the same it didn't cloak the distance for you, but you didn't necessarily see anyone inside. However, once you were inside is when you were attacked, and those weird things, I don't even know how to describe them, they're some type of weird strange like torture device things were sort of shoved into your legs, and you were made to not be able to move. And then you were dragged from there to where you are right now. And it seems like whoever had you couldn't necessarily see them. Once you could see them, I guess you could say, it was that strange glow that originally attracted you is what you were seeing. So it was almost as if they were like radiating some type of strange energy off of themselves, and that's what you were seeing. And they were dragging you along as you were struggling to get away, but at this point you were so far away from no one would have really paid attention or heard you. And when what only you can assume was when they all came into the woods and started fucking things up, that person dropped you and took off. And it seems like whatever plan they had seems to have been interrupted because your friend showed up. And you were sort of left there with these things in your legs. Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I tell you, Steve.
That's what happened.
I'm like, so yeah, I saw this glowing figure and I was somewhat entranced by it. And before I realized it, I was in this thing that I couldn't see, but I could feel, and then I got attacked, and here I am. They were carrying me out, but I guess because you guys started showing up.
Everything is fucked. Colette's hurt. Lindsay's here in the woods. I don't know where she's at. There's a fight going on somewhere. Alejandro's back there with Amani. And I just followed your scent here.
Could you carry me?
Do you want me to take these things out? It'll hurt.
Maybe not here. Let's just like go back to where like all the people are, so that like, you know, we're not here in the middle of the woods. Just in case.
I will pick her up and do my soaring leap bunny hop thing through the forest to get quickly. Okay. It's faster to jump.
It doesn't take you long to get back, and you're now back at Alejandro's side with Nyx in your arms.
If I wasn't in pain, that was actually pretty fun. Next time, we'll do it without having things in my legs. You jump really high. That's pretty cool. Anyway, sorry. Can somebody help me with these?
Take a ring check on the bunny hops. Are you ready? This is gonna hurt.
Do we have a sock or something?
And I'll just rip the first one out.
Oof. It hurts.
Do I get another fucking like damage to that?
I'm not gonna make you suffer. It's fine.
And mid-scream, I'll grab the other and rip that one out.
Mid-scream. Doesn't even give you a second to cool down.
Nope. I gotta take it out. Splinter, bed
and
splinter over
as you rip them out after they're out, you're sort of inspecting them, and you realize that they really do seem like some sort of torture device. It's a pretty good sized metal sort of, I don't know, I guess pole that's been sharpened on the end to like have a point. But along it, there are these divots that point opposite. Really so like if you were to pull it opposite, it's going to damage more. So I guess you should take.
I will. Yeah. I have to take at least another one.
Take two, one for each. Take two additional. Some flesh was ripped out with those things, and you're kind of looking at it. There's like a piece of.
So it's like 2 superficial is 1 square. So I have 2 squares now, right?
2 superficials are 2 halfway slashes. So then if you're doing 2 more, you just do, so you'll have 4 boxes with half slashes to mark 4 points of superficial. If you have 4.
Yeah, I have 4.
Okay, then yeah. So you have.
My health is 5.
Yeah,
so
you're fine.
Am I fine?
But this is superficial. If it was aggravated, then yeah, we would be having an issue.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna start healing.
Like we're having an issue with Colette, considering what was she at?
3.
1, 2, 3, and superficial. So
1.
I mean, her health is higher than yours, but it doesn't either way.
Let's check.
She's still in bad shape.
6. Okay, so how much do I heal with 1?
With your blood potency, because it's different,
I think I
healing,
can heal
3
2
superficial
points.
damage.
There you go. I healed 3 superficial damage.
Now it's just a little scratch. Everything that's left, that one little piece of superficial damage, it'll kind of heal over time if you want to leave it alone.
I'll leave it alone.
Sort of now feels like a scratch.
My God. Fuck.
Are you all right?
I mean, at least I'm here, you know?
We need to get back to Colette and see how she's doing. She's not doing okay.
As you...
Alejandro.
Sorry, go ahead.
Alejandro's just looking down. He's looks saddened. Once he realizes that even though Clan Alejandro has had his issue, is still like thinking to himself, it's still someone from that is like him. So he's just staring at the ground right now and just a few blood tears start falling down.
Sparta will put his hand on Alejandro's shoulder and say, I know this has just been a shit show after shit show, but we need to go see Colette. She's our friend, and she's hurt. There will be time for that later.
All right.
You guys put your hand on my shoulder. I can lead us back.
Can we get a piggyback ride? Because I can't see shit.
Fine. I'll put Alejandro on my back. I'll pick up Nyx, and I'll just start walking back the way we came.
Okay. So before you guys can depart, you notice that Imani, who was standing with you the whole time, like near you doing her little ritual and whatever, she finishes up whatever she's doing, and sort of as you guys, if anyone's paying attention to her, all 3 of you would be back now. This is when you guys, all you reunited. She finishes her little ritual and voodoo thing, and she sort of straightens up, and she's staring directly, at the ground, and she just begins to walk. And it's as if she's following something, but you kind of look around and you don't see anything, so you're not really sure what the fuck she's doing, but voodoo shit. And without saying anything to you guys, none of them acknowledged you at all the entire time they were there. Imani and the 3 Tremere are going to begin walking in the direction of where you guys just came from. And that's what you see.
I was.
Yes. She's walking that way. And they sort of take off, and now it's just you guys. Everybody else has since disappeared from this area. You don't see anybody else around. Even Lindsay is gone. You're assuming she's went to deal with the other commotion that when somebody shouted out, over here, and then that strange thing disappeared.
We're just running through the forest. One of you on my back and the other in my arms.
Okay. What a sight to see.
Are we sure we don't want to, like, figure out what's happening. I guess maybe not. We lost somebody. We don't
For
have
everything,
somebody here.
look, you know I'm down for a fight, but Colette's hurt. We need to get back to her. She's our friend.
Yeah, but what can we do right now for her? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Sparta? What are we gonna do?
Are you saying you want to go fight? Tell me right now,
I mean,
and we will.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of pissed. I'm over this shit. Tonight reminded me of everything that was taken away from me. And I am tired.
I'll give a growl. I say, fine, let's go kick some ass. Do I remember which direction the fighting? Is it still going on? Can we hear it?
It's complete silent. You have no idea where any of those people that were in the woods, Lev, Lindsay, all of the men that were with her, you have no idea where they disappeared to, especially you, because you went completely different direction than all of them.
We don't know which way they went. We don't know where they're at. We don't even know if they're still here. Text
Well,
left.
I need to do something. I can't just go back and sit around. And plus, who took
One of us
Colette?
is injured.
Who, me?
Colette. She could have been killed.
She's hurt bad.
Who is with Colette right now?
By the way, Nyx has no idea what happened to Colette.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You guys
what the
just
fuck
keep
happened.
saying Colette's hurt,
That
Colette's
she's
hurt.
but like
Yeah.
nobody's telling me shit.
Yeah,
Nyx.
Nyx wasn't there.
Nyx. Fire bullets. Colette.
She got shot.
Okay, who is with Colette?
Ashley.
Okay, what do you want me to do then? What do you want to do? What is the plan? Tell me. Literally, her girlfriend is taking care of her now. They're probably not even here. Do you know where they are?
No, but we can find. What are we going to do out here? We don't know where to go. There's no direction. I don't know what to do. There's nobody I can punch. All I know is our friend is hurt. What do you want us to do? Tell me what to do.
I have no idea, but where the fuck are we going? You guys want to go to Colette? Where the fuck is Colette? Do you think that Ashley wants our asses at her place right now?
He doesn't have a choice. We are going to Colette. I don't know where she's at, but she's not here in these woods. Let's get back to the studio. Find somebody. We can, once we're out of these woods, we could message Lev, figure out something to do. But we can't stay in these woods right now. There's nothing for us to do here. You're always telling me to count to 10. Now's the time for you to count to 10.
No, you count to 10.
You both count to 10.
Oh, here it is. Oh my god. Drama king over here. Listen.
Who's been the fucking drama king? Huh? Who's been the fucking drama? You want to try to find out? We nearly got fucking killed. We have one of us that's fucking... God knows what could have happened to her. It's not always about you.
Alejandro.
You fucking cost this shit.
Where the fuck are we going? We're
going
literally
back to
going for Colette, who is under protection at the moment. Literally.
At the very least, we need the woods.
Yeah, where are we going? You want to go and fight. We don't know what the fuck that black shit was.
I'm the only one that can actually see. Neither of you can see anything.
I didn't see any black shit. I could see. It was not the best experience being in whatever was there, but...
Look, there was something between you and us when we were trying to follow your scent. Well, Sparta was. And it dragged us into this black fucking thing. And it was suffocating us.
Mm-hmm.
And
if it wasn't for Lindsay saving our ass,
we would have been goners.
That would have left you and Colette. I already got taken once. I'm not looking to fucking die.
Look, if it'll help, let's just get out of these woods. We can make a phone call and at least figure out what to do from there.
I'm gonna not reply to any of that. I'm just gonna take out my phone, send a private text to Colette. I definitely have Ashley's number, right? Because of the event and stuff like that. I will send a text message to her as well privately, and both of them is like checking in on with Colette and making sure that she's safe and she's being taken care of and is being healed or whatever. And then I'm gonna proceed to also text Lev, who I have been in contact for a while anyway. So I do have his information for sure. And I will message him and be like, we are out of the woods. We're back at the whatever. What do we do? What do you want us to do now?
Okay, so you continued walking out of the woods as you were sending all of these texts. Mm-hmm. Okay. From Ashley and Colette, you get no response from either one of them. And after a couple of minutes, you get a response back from Lev and he says, sit tight, we're on our way there.
I don't say anything. I just flip my phone around and I show them the text message and I go and sit my ass down somewhere and I start smoking a cigarette. I'm angry.
Alejandro makes his way and just walks away to be alone for a second because he's still processing everything that's been going on. He's still processing. He's extremely worried about Colette, even though he's still crying. And he kind of clenches his fist. And he just murmurs to himself, touch my clan and I will kill you. This means war.
Sparta just literally goes and sits next to Nix and doesn't say shit.
After a few minutes, a couple of cars arrive, and Lev and Lindsay get out of the car, seeing that you've now retrieved Nix. She walks over direct to Nix and looking at you. She saw his daunt activated. She's like, so what happened?
I relate exactly what happened. The white glowing figure that entranced me to follow them inside the woods, inside the thing, which affected me, but somehow didn't at the same time. And while I was in there, they attacked me and, put the whatever probing things in my legs to disable my fleetness, probably. And I tell them, like, they were carrying me, but as you guys approached the area, they left me and they left. And I could not make out anything, right? Any, like, distinctive, anything. It was just, like, this glowing
That's all you figure. Can remember about them, It's kind of strange. It didn't even necessarily resemble a person, but, like, you knew it was, you know what I mean? Like,
I knew that it was a person, but I couldn't make anything out of it,
Right. That's kind of the only image you have stuck in your mind, is this like strange figure. So Lindsay kind of listens to your information, and she kind of like rolls her neck. You can tell she's like really frustrated at this point in the night. She says, we've got a few hours left in the night. Going to assume that we have no advantage in any of this any longer. And I understand Colette is hurt, but I need you guys to go to the addresses I gave you. Actually, and she, when she says that, Sparta, your phone pings, and one of the address he originally says, he like writes the address again and like does a little like dash and whatever, basically indicating that you guys don't need to go to that one. So instead of going to 3, guys have been given 2 addresses that she wants you guys to follow up with, in hopes that if you can have some element of surprise, she wants to utilize it. Possibly they might think that you guys might not attack so quickly, but that's basically what she says.
Passed, I heal completely.
Okay. She, you can tell she is not satisfied with that plan. But right now the priority is getting the thin bloods that are involved. Because those, as of right now, besides Isaiah himself and Travis, are the only people that you guys can identify that are involved, and you know where they are or where they should be. So she sort of gives you that direction and says, good luck. And she turns around, walks to her car, and gets in.
I look to Sparta and I'm like,
Sparta just growls. Says, fine. Let's get these assholes.
All right. So
I'm ready.
You
I don't
guys,
know how are we
you
gonna
guys,
get there?
I was just gonna say, when you leave, when Lindsay and Lev are leaving, you notice that they get into the second SUV and they leave the first SUV there, and it is currently running. So clearly, she said without saying, this is your vehicle because your vehicle is in that parking lot fucked up. So here's a new one.
Okay, Nyx is not gonna say anything. She's gonna proceed to go to the driver's seat and enter the car.
Sparta will go and jump in the front seat. Also not saying anything. Not happy.
Everybody's done talking tonight.
3
Alejandro
successes for driving.
Alejandro goes back in the seat, takes out his wallet, and pulls out 4 pictures.
You said he gets into the seat? He gets into the car? Sorry.
Yeah, into the car.
Yeah.
And it pulls out 4 pictures. And he says very slowly, very, very soft, very kind of mumble to himself. I promised I wouldn't get myself close to anyone again.
Pedal to the metal.
I'm going.
Yeah, Nyx has taken off. She is throwing
I'm driving
dirt.
really well tonight, bitches.
She whips that car around and drives out. By the way, you guys notice that Ashley's Range Rover that was all beat up with a dead body, all of that shit's gone Any trace of that is gone. So while you guys were fooling around in the woods, they were cleaning up the scene out here. So it's all been taken care of. And it seems to be that you guys are the last ones to leave. So nobody else can be seen around the area when you're leaving. The gallery has been closed up, locked up, all the lights are turned off, everything like that. Everyone in this entire area sort of, while you guys were in the woods, has departed. So you punch in one of the addresses that Sparta received, and you're on your way there. This one is a 25-minute drive. And it's taking you to an area that you've never been to before. Not that you would know this, but it is taking you into the Malkavian territory. So you don't necessarily know that because, well, I mean, I guess Sparta and Alejandro maybe would have a better grasp of like where everybody's territories are. But Nyx, you might not necessarily have paid a lot of attention to that. I don't know. You can decide if Nyx did. Because she does tend to pay attention to certain things like that.
Yeah, I mean, she would probably comment something like, "Oh, we've never been around this area."
Yeah. So after...
message, I'll tell you what it says after we're done.
Okay. You guys... drive in silence, I'm assuming? Doesn't seem like anyone's in the mood to discuss anything.
Apart from, like, the comment of, like, I don't know this part of town because I've never been around here. Apart from that, I am not gonna fucking say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Alejandro's just staring at his picture and listening to music from earbuds at this point.
Alrighty. So you guys arrive at the first location, and you're in a nice neighborhood. It's not quite as nice as any of the other areas that you guys have been in. It seems more, middle class, typical type houses. Nothing too spectacular like the other places you've been, like the Galleo's area. Seems more suburban, just everyday, average, middle American type thing. Middle class American. So you have taken a couple of notes from Colette in her time of driving you guys around, and you stop short of the house, a couple houses down, and the house is just a couple of houses away from you, and the lights seem to be on. You're not sure if that indicates that somebody's inside or not, but there are a couple of lights on inside of the house. And what do you guys do?
Well, as I park, I look at both of them, Sparta's first, and then look back to Alejandro, and I'm like, well, what's the plan?
We have the elements of surprise, and I'm done playing nice. There's enough of us. We're both fast. We can storm it. Take them by force.
Mm-hmm.
Character. Does that SUV have the things Alejandro requested earlier?
Yeah. In the back, if you like start to look around for it, in like the back where like storage would be, you actually see quite a few
like a
cases. Yeah. There's all sorts of shit. There's handcuffs, there's knives, there's guns, there's all kinds of treats inside there.
I say we hit them hard, hit them fast, and subdue them.
All right. Let me check something here. Oh, I think we got some presents. I think we have some presents. I requested a couple of things that we might need.
If you grab the case, once you see it, It is like a hard case, kind of what you would expect a pistol to be kept in. And you realize that it seems to be locked in some way, but there's something that looks like a fingerprint scanner on the front of it, but you've never quite seen a device like this before. And you realize after inspecting the case that they all have that.
The fuck is this? Have any of you guys seen something like this?
No.
Looks like
Like
something
some
else.
sci-fi shit.
Should we call the Men in Black?
Sure, at this point, fuck. We'll get all the help we can.
I don't know how to open this. Can someone send this message to Levy and ask how the frick we open these boxes?
I'll message him very fast. Like, hey, there's cases here with some alien technology blocking them. How do we unlock the secrets?
You get a message back that says ... That's all it says at first. Put your fucking finger on it.
Lev says to put our fucking fingers on it.
Fingerprint scanners. Oh boy. I thought Kendra didn't believe in technology. Alright, let's see if this shit works. So he puts his finger on one of the cases.
As you reach out and put your finger on it, it does something that you weren't expecting. It doesn't scan your finger, it pricks your finger. And this little needle, which you can't see because it's covered, a needle pops out, pricks your finger, and goes back into the device, and you can hear a mechanical
it's like
sound.
an insulin reader almost type of thing.
And it opens.
I can't get diabetes. Okay. Let's see. So, what contents is in this particular box?
And this one, this is actually a handgun, the one that you picked up. So it's just a classic handgun. It's got loaded. Yep, that word.
That one.
Why can't I think of it? You know, where the bullets go. Magazine. There we go. Jesus, my brain. You guys, don't come for me. It's been like, what, 5 hours? So that one's a gun.
Have any of you guys used a handgun before?
One out from the back of my shirt. Yes, obviously. And I put it back into the back of my shirt.
All right, Nix, I want you to pay close attention.
I'm good with blades.
Yeah, but we don't want to decapitate anyone.
I'm not gonna decapitate them.
Actually,
but I learned a few tricks with that. Huh?
Go for the ankles.
Take their legs out so they can't run.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I guess I'll.
I mean,
have
it
another
worked
gun
on
then.
me.
Actually, is it the same type of gun that Alejandro already has?
No, it's much nicer.
Switching. What is this?
Upgrade.
I'll take that. So apparently we all need to take diabetes tests to open these cases. So let's get stabbed without being.
Pass me
killed.
one.
There's 4 cases. So one was the handgun you just opened. There's 3 other cases in the back. They all look the same, but they're not the same sizes.
Sparta, grab this one.
Finger on it.
Grab this one.
Yeah.
I'll take another one for the team.
Just like before, as you saw, when you put your finger on, makes contact, it pricks you. And then you hear this little mechanical and ding, ding. The locks release and opens. So mix in, I'm not going to do everyone individually just for the sake of time, but all throughout these boxes, as like I mentioned, everything that you need. There's handcuffs, there's what are those things called that cops use to hit people? Nightsticks, batons, all sorts of doohickeys inside of there. Anything that you need, extra knives, extra bullets, all kinds of shit like that. It seems like the rest of these are more supplies, whereas that main one was like an extra gun because he didn't necessarily know who was armed with what.
I'll look at them and I'll say, get the batons, and I'll hold up my fist and say, this is my baton.
I'll grab the extra mags for the pistol. I'll grab a few knives just in case I need them. Next, grab a couple of knives as well.
I have mine, but I can grab some more.
Having a backup plan is always good because you never know what sort of fighter you're gonna be.
I'm not complaining. I'll grab whatever knives are there.
We have a couple of handcuffs. You know, the best thing is to handcuff them behind their back because it's much more difficult for them to actually run towards any places. And remember, we want these guys alive. We want answers.
Okay.
Grab a couple of handcuffs and just put them into my back pockets of my fan suit.
Okay, double rouse check passed to bump my strength to 2 points.
Excuse me. Okay. Oh God.
We're all strong tonight.
Let's go and grab these fuckers.
Should one of us come back?
We could do a drive past and see if we can see how many people are inside. Because I might actually have a plan.
What's your plan?
Well, you jump high, right?
Yeah.
Me and Nyx are fast.
I go high, you guys go low?
I was more thinking ding dong ditch. You jump.
I mech truck.
No mech trucking. That kills people.
Well, not necessarily kindred though. Aren't thin bloods kind of like kindred? They're definitely not human, right?
Oh,
from what I
definitely not
figured so far.
I mean, if you can stop and just slice their ankles, that should be enough. But I say let's drive past. You don't need to. You don't drive slow. Just drive like you're going somewhere. But let's focus on what is in how many can potentially be in there. Because right now, yes, we know where they are. We know all of that, but we don't know the exact number of how many are in there.
And we don't know the layout of the place.
Actually, wait. Wasn't this? They wanted to round them up so they should know how many is in this address.
True, they do keep tabs on all of the thin bloods, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they know how many at this address and how many's at the other address.
True. Yeah, let's drive by. Let's just drive by. Just drive at 30 miles an hour, and let's see if we can see how many could potentially be inside. Because we know what sort of bullets they have. And it's better to know how many of our enemies we have than just going in and doing what we know how to do best and then be taken by surprise.
Okay, so Nyx, do you follow this direction and drive?
I mean, sorry, chaos outside. Was waiting for it to pass. Anyway, so I need a drive.
Drive past to kind of scope out the place first.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still in the car, so like it doesn't.
Yeah,
I'll just like
we're armed.
turn on the car again.
Go as far as we are now, but on the other side.
Okay.
All right. Let's just drive past and see how many we see in the window, and from there we can start actually planning. Because if it's 2, it's gonna be an easy target. If it's 5, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
drive by.
you guys drive by, and as you're driving, everyone's sort of trying to look inside this house. And you, from what you can see, is it seems like just from the light, there is a light on in one of the second floor rooms, windows. And on the first floor, you can sort of see the flickering of what looks like somebody maybe is watching TV, and you can just kind of like see that light of, middle of the night. You can kind of see that, but you can't actually see into the house. All the blinds and curtains are closed. You don't see any people per se, but it does seem to be that maybe there is some sort of life inside.
Look at Alejandro and I say, I could make it through the second story window. One of you guys.
Can you break it open without breaking it and making a massive commotion?
No. If I jump up that high, it's going to be a jump up and through the window. But if one of you go through the front door, one of you go through the back at the same time, we can catch them off guard. Once I'm in there, and they're not getting away.
I could potentially just ring the doorbell and just shoot them on sight. I'll aim for the knees.
Now who has to count to 10?
God, I wish Colette was there.
You don't know how many's in there. They're not all going to answer the door at the same time.
Next.
I think the quickest thing would be all of us go in at the same time from different entrances and just start busting some heads and bring them down.
Remember, we don't want to kill them. We want them alive.
I'm going to go for the gaps.
Next, what are you going for?
Whomever is there. Because we don't know, right?
What body part?
Ankles.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot some knees.
So have we decided on a plan? Do we all agree?
I guess for once we're gonna go with your method and just bust right in. Now you better fucking be happy. Fido got his fucking treat.
There's nothing to be happy about. Fuck these assholes. They hurt Colette. And they hurt Nyx. I'm done playing with these guys.
Well,
all right, let's do it. What are you guys doing?
Which of you is going to the back door? Which one's coming to the front? I'm going through that second story window in the front with the light.
You go into the front, upstairs front. We have one way we can communicate when to attack. The best way to synchronize right now is on phone. Don't look at it. If you feel the vibration, you know that's the signal. So put it somewhere tight. And as for these fucking clothes, Alejandro just rips off the clothes and like, I'm not doing it in fucking this shit.
At this point, Sparta would do the same too, so that he has more freedom of movement. He'll just rip off the coat and the shirt.
Okay.
We're doing this shit half naked.
So which of you two is going to the back door? Which one's going to the front door?
Doesn't matter to me. We're gonna bust some heads. We're gonna grab these fuckers.
Yes.
So I'll take the front door.
Alright.
Then let's do this.
Let's make our way.
Okay, well, I get to the front door. I guess we're coordinating through phone.
Yeah, the only thing is like a vibration. And Alejandro looks to see. He knows Nyx is ready. He looks up to see if.
Also, before Sparta, Alejandro, as we're here,
Yeah.
and if any of you have maybe a little bit more experience sneaking around, as we're closer now, should we just do a little round just to check what's around?
I mean,
You know?
you guys have powers that I don't have. That works in situations like these.
You can scout the
I have my
area.
speed. Nyx,
Out of
use your
character,
senses.
I do have stealth.
Yeah. It would be probably better to do a recon so that if we at least see maybe a little bit more clearer inside and have an idea of how many are in there, if we can see anything or their locations inside the house.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look.
Okay, so what are you doing exactly? Approaching the house and sneakily walking around to look inside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do a wits and stealth. Good luck.
In the meanwhile, I will do another rouse check for bumping up my dex. And we got this.
2 successes and a crit on the hunger dice.
Okay.
Should be fine.
You boosted what before? Your strength up to 2 and
Yeah, I have 4 strength and 4 dex right now.
Currently at 7 strength.
4 dex. Okay. You got 3 successes? You said?
2 successes, but
3 successes.
The crit counts as a double, doesn't it?
No. 2. So then
So
2
then-
total.
There's like 2 more.
Yeah, only if there's 2. Okay, so you only got 2 successes. So as you're walking around, do you guys stay at the car, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm closer to the car. I'm outside of the car already.
Okay. I mean, you guys haven't told me at all what you're doing. I just thought you were sitting in the car this entire time talking about 17 ideas of what you were going to do. No one has told me what they're actually doing.
As soon as we decided that I'm going to take the front door, Alejandro the back, Sparta the top floor, we got out of the car. We started approaching the house, I suppose. And as we're moving, we decided on like doing a little recon before.
So make sure that you guys are actually telling me those things. I thought you were still in the car this entire time. I didn't know that you got out of the car. So if there was some type of punishment for you guys getting out of the car, I would not have known that because you didn't tell me you were out of the car. So, Sparta, you are looking around this house, and you two who kind of stayed back and waited, you do notice that he's not as quiet as you would like expect. You kind of hear in the distance And it is fairly late, but it doesn't seem to alarm anybody. Like, you kind of look around, you can kind of hear, maybe it sounds like he knocked over like the trash can or something. And you kind of like look around and nobody seems to really be alarmed. Because the other thing is, you got to think these are neighborhoods. People probably have animals in their yards and, you know, raccoons. People aren't necessarily going to be alarmed by this noise. And you do make your way back to the group after you've looked around and tried to kind of like look into the area. But sadly, just like with your drive-by, even though you were closer to the house, the blinds are drawn. And you would have to like get right up on the window, you know, if you really wanted to see, especially on the first floor, if anybody was inside of that room or those rooms.
I didn't see anything. All the blinds are shut. I think we're just gonna have to go in blind.
Yeah, other than the one light on upstairs and that flickering that you can see, even with the blinds drawn, you can still, it looks like somebody maybe is watching TV in like the living room, what would possibly be the living room. Other than those two signs of quote unquote life, you can't see anything or make out anything. Not without getting super close and like actually investigating.
So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do it.
When we buzz it, we go.
When it's buzzed, go, because we gotta do it fast. We gotta do it. Just get them out, take them out, get them to Lindsay.
All right, so everybody gets in their positions on what you guys have decided, and the signal goes off.
I activate Soaring Leap, and I am gonna jump through the second story window.
All right. You two simultaneously, what happened? You busting through the door? Like,
Yeah.
I literally will activate Fleetness and Mac truck that door.
okay. So
And I have strength 4
simultaneously,
now, so
all at the same time, you guys, for the first time, you move as a group, and you bust into this house, and as soon as the sounds of this happening, you hear a shriek. You hear a woman sort of scream at the sudden noise of somebody breaking into her house. Nyx and Alejandro, you two are sort of coming in. As soon as you two break through the doors, you can actually see each other. Like this house, like it lines up with each other. There's a staircase. Nyx, you're looking at him through, like you can see him in like the kitchen in the back. There's a staircase in front of you that leads up to the second story, and there's a wall at right now, but it eventually will end and lead into that living room where the TV is. But the scream didn't come from downstairs. It came from upstairs. And Sparta, when you go crashing through this window, you land inside of this house. There is a woman who seems to have just gotten out of the bathtub and is standing in a towel and just shrieks on the top of her lung as she stares at you, jumping through her window on the second floor. And she pauses, obviously, and just sheer terror for a moment, and then she darts out of the bedroom.
When I jump through, like, do I notice any, like, if she has like a tattoo on her neck or anything?
she's sneaky, so
She is naked. Naked.
Naked.
Go ahead and
naked.
roll a wits and awareness.
Like God created her, more or less.
By the way, we might run an hour late on this session, just so you guys know.
We are past, yeah, definitely.
So
It's a 2-month anniversary.
it's fine.
It's our 2-month anniversary.
Anniversary
yeah.
special. There you go.
Anniversary special.
You
There
guys
go,
get an
Brian.
extra
You're
hour.
welcome.
Okay.
You hang out with us for an
Sparta's
extra hour.
covering his mouth, and I'm scared.
Oh god.
I failed my hunger dice,
Okay.
but I did get 3 successes.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if you fail your hunger on these. Oh, I mean, it matters. It matters if you get a 1.
Unless you, like, don't get any other success.
Then
and you
you're in
have,
trouble.
Like, a failure during the thing, then you're fucked.
Yes. Yeah. As long as you get success on the other ones, it's
Yeah.
okay. So you don't have to worry. Okay, so you get 3 successes. When you're specifically trying to look at the woman and see if you see a mark on her as you're crashing through the door and landing,
Like,
or through the window.
focusing on her neck.
Okay. 3 successes. Fine. I'm trying to decide how difficult I wanted that for you to be. Crashing through a window, seeing a naked woman, and her shrieking and running away. That's a lot happening all at once. You don't notice anything on her neck
Also, Bob's.
when she runs. Yeah, she does drop the towel. She was like drying off probably when you crashed through, and she screamed and threw her hands in the air like any woman or person would when they're terrified. Ah! And then she just darted out of the room.
I'm gonna activate Soaring Leap and go after her.
Okay. Well, you also have to remember you're in a house now, so you have
Yeah,
you
so
have
maybe it's gonna...
you don't have that.
Where are you going?
Dong.
Whoa.
Through the attic down to the hallway.
Yeah, you are gonna like go more forward than like up.
Not like you don't have to jump up. You can jump forward.
Yeah,
Housing.
it just is weird in my head to envision. You're doing like a frog jump where they like leap forward. Anyway,
Yeah, I
these
was
are
thinking more
details
like like a cheetah jump. Like
Sure. Yeah, much more ferocious than a frog. Yep, totally. You're definitely cheetah vibes, not frog vibes. Okay, so you soaring leap forward and try to close the distance. You two, Nyx, you see the woman appear and she's beginning to run down the stairs, and she stops as soon as she sees you. And you two are
Is there anybody
locking.
else in the house?
This is like 3 seconds of you guys entering the house. You haven't had enough time to look. This is maybe like 10 seconds.
Alejandro is not like, he can't see it because he's like more in the back.
Yeah,
I
he's
have
in
him
the
right
back.
here, right?
Yeah. You can see her
So-
coming down the stairs, and as soon as she sees you, she stops, and you guys are like locking eyes. And she just looks terrified. She has no idea what the fuck just happened. Somebody just jumped
I
through
know
a
that-
window.
I can't jump through the window.
I am going to take out my knives and be like, "Don't move, honey. Don't fucking move."
Okay, she's gonna like slowly, even though you just told her not to move, just like lift her arms in the air, and she is just keeping eyes on you. She's not moving or saying a word other than just like initially opening.
And I'm like, Alejandro, I found one here. Look at the rest of the house.
Is there anyone in there? Alejandro speaks loudly so that this naked chick. Is there anyone else in this house? And I would suggest you speak.
She hesitates for a second. You don't hear anything. Where are you, by the way? Have you walked
I'm walking
in?
towards
Okay.
Nyx.
She nods her head. It's almost as if like she can't. She's so scared that she can't like
And I
audibly.
say yes. Hide and seek.
Where?
Let's go.
Like Alejandro just yells out in a commanding voice.
Well, at that
Where?
point, the Sparta's probably like
Yeah,
caught up with her.
Sparta's on now the top side of the stairs. She's right in front of you.
Sparta, take care of it.
Couple
I'm
of
gonna
steps
like
down.
fleetness the fuck out inside of the house. I guess there's a living room downstairs.
Yeah, living room, common room. There's a couple little rooms, kitchen, laundry room, shit like that.
I'll literally pick her up by the scruff of her neck and like face plant her on the ground and take out some cuffs. And
Well,
cuff her.
you're on the stairs. She's on the stairs.
I'll jump down.
Okay. I mean, you're gonna lay her down on descending stairs is what I'm trying to explain.
Oh, well, I'll pick her up by the scruff of the neck, finish walking down the stairs, and
Okay.
shove her on the ground and cuff her.
Okay. Alejandro, are you looking around as well with Nyx around the bottom floor? Because it's a decently sized house. Obviously, she's using fleetness, but.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's trying to look around, trying to see if there's anything like hidden.
Sparta, I forgot your name for a second. When you get down to the bottom of the stairs, I'm tired, y'all. My mind is done. I'm trying to truck along and finish this for you guys. When you get to the bottom of the stairs and you kind of roughly shove her to the ground and, throw her face in the ground and you're cuffing her, you hear a voice behind you and it says, "Mommy?" And you look up at the top of the stairs and there is a little kid, maybe 4 to 5 years old, standing there just staring at you as you handcuff this lady. And as soon as she hears that, she's, it's okay, baby. Just go back in your room. Go back in your room. And she's like panicking. And the little kid, like, ah! Like you hear this like little, sad, ah! And as the little girl scurries away, and runs back into she's out of your sight now.
I'll immediately say to the woman, "We're not gonna hurt your child," and I'll yell, "Nyx!"
Yeah.
There's a child in the house and she's scared. Go upstairs and help the kid.
Help the kid.
I look at the woman and I'm like, you know what we're looking for, right?
And she's just like, she's sobbing. She's a mess. By the way, Sparta, you're close enough, especially now that you grabbed her by the throat and thrown her to the ground. She doesn't have a crescent moon scar.
And I'm there too, so like I can see it because like she's there.
Yeah, and she's just she's terrified. You can feel her, Sparta, because you're holding onto her. She is shaking like a leaf. And at this point, now that her kid, and after she told her kid to run away, she's just sobbing and choking. She's like a mess.
Auspex, and I activate all.
And after a few moments, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to like comfort her at this point.
Oh, okay, because she's not looking at you. Her head is facing the opposite direction.
I'm like going to crouch down or whatever. I'm gonna like take out my jacket. I'm gonna put it on her, and I'm gonna be like, I need you to tell me, is there anybody else in this house? And is there anybody with a tattoo of a crescent moon here? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your child.
So
but this is important.
It takes her a couple of seconds, even though you do have awe of activated. Like she does, like once you kind of sit her up and are getting her attention. She like looks at you, but it takes her a couple of seconds to kind of contain, like regain her composure. She's like, no, it's, I don't know. It's only me and my daughter, and my boyfriend stays here sometimes, but he's got tattoos. Like, what? You're looking for people with tattoos? Who are you?
Okay, calm down. Okay? It's fine. We're not trying to do anything. I want you to just take a breath.
He jumped through my...
Shh. I know. This is scary. But this is a scary situation. I need to know if your boyfriend is part of a association that we are investigating.
What?
Yes.
Are you like the FBI?
It doesn't matter.
I don't.
I need
what
to
association? Know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I need to know if he has a crescent moon tattoo on his neck. This is important.
Yeah, it's more like a scar, but yeah.
Do you have an address for your boyfriend?
She like just kind of can't really think straight, and she's like, I think he lives like with his mom. I don't really know.
Okay.
I've only been dating for a couple of months.
Sparta.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like get up and I'm gonna whisper to him, text Lev, and tell him that we need somebody to deal with somebody's memory here. We're in the wrong place.
I'll step aside and I'll send a text to Lev telling him, giving him like a brief rundown of what happened and what's going on.
Okay. As you guys are kind of having this discussion, you can hear progressively getting louder and more panicky crying. And the little girl
Sparta.
is just losing her mind upstairs. And she has lost any control. I mean, she's only like 4.
What's her name? I asked the woman.
You asked the lady? Her name's Abigail.
Okay, Abigail, Gail, come with me. I'll take her hand.
Okay.
And we're gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna put the jacket on her or whatever, make sure that she's covered. And I'm gonna be like, we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna grab your kid and we're gonna relax just for a little bit. You are not involved in the situation. I'm very sorry that you have been dragged into this. We were told that this was an address of probably your boyfriend. He is a dangerous person. Probably you didn't realize it, but he is. And I want you and your daughter to be safe. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm just going to lead her to her daughter and be like, I am going to let you handle the situation and I'm going to be right here outside. Okay?
Okay. So she like hesitates at first and she goes into the room with her daughter.
Oh, also, before she goes into the room, is there any phones inside of that room?
You ask her? No.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay, she goes in, closes the door behind her.
I'm gonna text Sparta and be like, situation is handled. She thinks we're like FBI or special services or whatever, and that we're investigating her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is the one that we're looking for. This is not the right address. He just stays here sometimes.
I'll text back, okay, I'll watch the front, and I'll try to like put the door back up on there so it doesn't look like it had just been busted in, and then kind of open the blinds so I can see outside to keep an eye out front.
You're doing that to the front door? Okay. As soon as you go to like the front door and you're trying to fix it and everything, as you are doing that, you glance outside and there are 3 people standing on the sidewalk across the street from you, sort of in pajamas and robes and whatnot, and there's a woman on the phone. Can't hear you. Hello?
Sorry, I forgot I was on push to talk.
That's okay.
I will get my phone out and immediately text. We have people watching, and they're on their phones. I think they're calling the police. We need to get out of here. We're going to need the girl and the woman to come with us, and we need to leave now. If the cops show up, that'll cause
Unless
all kinds of trouble.
I can't say anything. So.
Oh boy. All right.
Alejandro?
I'm gonna go and take care of the people outside. The best way I know how.
Oh God.
What? I did crowd
I'm
control
pissed at
back in the
windows.
days. So Alejandro goes out and activates Daunt.
Activating
looks at-
just off character, because like this is kind of like important. Activating Daunt in front of a human will immediately tell the human that you're a supernatural creature, by the way.
Oh boy, crowd control. I haven't done this shit in a while. Yes, this is gonna come in handy. So Alejandro walks out. He keeps himself calm, trying to think back to the days where he would do crowd control. I would say, excuse me, what, is everything okay here?
Before you even make it across the street, the man, he, like, as you're getting closer now, you can see that it seems to be, like, a teenager and his parents that have, like, come out, and the man sort of grabs his kid and, like, kind of is shoving him behind his back, and he points a gun at you and says, "Don't move!" And he's like, honey, tell him that one of them's coming at us. And you can hear the lady, she's like, "Oh my God, one of them is coming out of the house!" And, like, the lady is frantic.
Sir?
And he's just yelling at you, "Don't fucking move, stop walking! I will shoot you!"
Sir?
He doesn't care what you have in your hand. He's screaming at you to stop moving. But he will shoot you. And the lady's just frantic. And, like, you see the
Sir.
teenager, like, looking over their shoulder. And Sparta, you can see this happening in the distance. You can see that Alejandro is being held at gunpoint by this man across the street. Alejandro, you're sort of in the middle of the road when this happens. And there's a lot of commotions, and a couple of other street or porch lights begin to flicker on in the darkness around you.
Fuck. Nix!
You're outside. I'm gonna.
Nix ain't gonna hear you. You're in the middle of the street. She's upstairs on the second floor.
I'm gonna yell up and say, "Nix, we have a problem."
Sparta, come up here. Just keep
I'll go up.
Abigail
upstairs.
and her kid safe, please.
I'll take care of
I'll
it.
go outside again. I'm like,
You're coming out of the house.
Careful.
Soon
I'm
as
coming
you
out
start to
of
come out of the house, the woman you can hear her. She's frantic and across the street. She's like, another one's coming out. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she's like, honey, the cop said we need to go inside. The cop said we need to go inside. And they begin to retreat into their house. And the guy is still holding you at gunpoint until they're inside the house and the door is slammed. You can see like the blinds. They're watching you through the front window.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna knock on the door and say, "Ma'am, I'm coming in," and I'm gonna open the door and walk into the room. And I'll look at him and I say, "We're gonna need you two to come with us. Nothing as bad is going to happen, but for your protection and ours, you both need to come with us."
She doesn't move. She doesn't say anything. She just stares at you as she like holds her kid. And she like, even like when you come in, like she kind of shields her kid's head and like puts it into like her neck so that she can't see you.
I'll slowly walk up to her and just put my arm around her and be like, "Please, just come with us." And I'll kind of gently walk her out. And I want to walk her to our SUV and put them both in the back seat while they're dealing with that.
This woman is butt ass naked. You understand that, right?
She has Nix's coat.
Are you serious right now? I'm gonna fucking go back inside because like I'm actually preoccupied. Like one of my top like convictions is like keep children safe. So as soon as there was a child involved, especially with her niece like in the fucking hospital, she's actually pretty worried about that. She's mortified about it, and she's actually Eden is pissed right now because this is fake news information. And she hates everything about whatever is happening right now. So she's gonna go back up, and if she's seeing this, she's like, Sparta, get out of here. I'll deal with this.
Make it quick. We have to get out of here.
Shut up and get out of here. Let me deal with this.
Fine. And he'll walk out.
I'm gonna get out. Like the room is like addition probably to her master room, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a dress, whatever, like something very fast that she could put on, a pair of shoes, a like, and she's like, keep my jacket. It's fine. Put this on. We need to go, ma'am. It's for your own protection and for your own good.
So, as soon as you're in the room, she is a lot more compliant, obviously, because you still have all activated. She's much more implied to listen to you than she was to listen to Sparta. She had no real reason to listen to him. So she sort of hesitates for a moment, but gets up off of the ground, and she's still clinging to her kid and like hiding her face, like, don't look at these people. She doesn't put her kid down or anything, and she, you bring the clothes to her. I'm sorry, that's what you said. Okay. She is gonna then like kind of put her down, like she kind of has like pry her kid off of her because the kid's like, I ain't fucking letting go of you. She puts the clothes on and picks her right back up and just looks at you, and she just sort of has this like glazed look on her face of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
All right. I'm gonna put my hand like on her back and kind of like gently lead her down the stairs outside. Like, keep them back there. I will, I guess, drive us back to Elysium.
Okay, you guys.
Did Lev say anything?
Somebody messaged Lev?
I did. I told him everything that was going on.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Whenever the stuff started happening in the front, he messaged Lev.
Oh, right.
After she kicks me out, I'll text them again and let them know. The cops might have been called. We're getting the woman and the child out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want us to go?
Okay. So as you're texting that, you immediately can see like he's typing, and he says, "We're pulling up now. Get him in the car. Let's go." And he's indicating his car, not yours. And that's the message that you get back from Lev. And you do see the SUV pull up in front of the house.
I relay that to Nyx, and I say we need to go now.
Yeah, I'm going out of the house with her, so.
Okay. So Nyx brings the little girl and her mom and puts them in the back of the SUV with Lev, and that SUV takes off.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Nyx and Alejandro and I say, we need to go now before the cops show up.
Yep.
In the SUV.
And in the
Sparta,
distance, you can hear sirens.
Do me a favor. Rip that plaque from the back.
I'll walk back and just tear it off.
Let's go.
And I hop in the car.
Alejandro's in the car, I'm assuming? Yeah, okay.
Well, first address was a bust. Well, kind of.
But she clearly has a link, but it's old information.
It was a lead, but it was bad information. This is unacceptable.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. My question is, who gave Lindsay this information?
3 successes for driving magnificently.
Yeah,
been driving like a champ.
I'm trying to take like kind of side roads more than
where are you going?
Main roads. We are going towards the other destination.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, nobody's around you. No one's following you. The cops didn't get there before you were able to leave, so
yeah, just in case.
There's no one around. So you guys are driving to the second location.
Okay.
Guys, driving really well.
Guys, let's recap what she said about her boyfriend, that he lives with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell her the truth of where he actually lived.
Probably because she never even been there. She didn't know the address.
My question is, Alejandro looks over at Sparta. Is the mom part of this?
That's for Lindsay to find out. Right now, we just have to get our hands on these thin bloods. We know they're involved.
Oh, no. How far do we have left next?
You're like 10 minutes away.
10 minutes. Sparta, just tell Lev that we're going to the other location.
I'll message Lev, say, heading to the second location now.
There's no response.
Yeah, it's probably mad. That's what it is.
So you guys make your way there. In similar fashion, you arrive at this second house, and it is similar to the neighborhood that you were just in. This, however, is like a cul-de-sac, and the house is right at the end of the cul-de-sac. So you guys are sort of parked, just in the house is like diagonal from where you guys are parked at the moment.
So,
and this house, there are no lights on.
I don't think we should go in with the same. We've already gotten some bad information already. I don't think bursting in necessarily is the right way to go about this.
Hey, he learns.
Yeah, clearly that was not the right way to deal with it, but lesson learned, never doing that again.
Maybe we should go in through the back.
Does somebody can like deal with locks and stuff?
I mean, I can smash locks.
Haven't we learned anything?
I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said that's what I can do.
That's not what I asked. I asked, can somebody open locks? Like a lock picking or some shit.
Can't.
Out of character, like we need a stealth person so bad. So bad.
Yes, we do.
We need somebody with like obfuscate and larceny and stealth, because this is what we're lacking in right now. This is what we're needing for these like secret messages, missions or whatever. Like, god damn it! Like, why don't we have a Nosferatu in our fucking group?
Just means you have to be more creative.
I mean,
if we go through the back, I might be able to force the door open quietly enough that it won't alert the neighbors. And then you two can do your fleet thing and clear the house quickly. It won't be as obvious. It may not be the quietest, but with your guys' speed.
Oh, why is Colette almost dead?
That's the only thing I can think of. I don't see any other. Like, we have to get into that house, but we can't just barge in like we did before. I could get the door open, and I could try to do it as quietly as possible, so it doesn't alert the neighbors. Unless you have a better idea.
Why don't we try doing it as just humans and fucking knock on the door?
I didn't think
Because with that fucking way, we see who answers the door. If it's the mom, or if it's this guy.
Well, you went to a different address, so
This is another.
This is
address.
not
This has
related.
nothing to do with like the address that we had before.
Yeah.
All right.
You just
That's
went
not
to
a
your
bad idea.
second address.
That's not a bad
How about we
idea.
just knock on the door? Send in Nyx. She can sing fucking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to them or some shit.
I mean, we're going to be sending her in alone. Both of us are shirtless at this point.
I mean, I look good. I don't know about you, but I fucking look fucking great shirtless.
You can't just knock on a door.
I'm
with
not
two
shirtless. I
half-naked-
have like a shirt underneath. I just don't have my jacket.
No, they
Exactly.
ripped their clothes
We are-
off like a bunch of idiots in the back seat. They're both literally shirtless right now. Like, why did I injure Colette?
To be fair,
But
if I went through a
listen.
window, my clothes would have been shredded anyways.
Oh.
I missed that, and I'm just shook right now. What
yeah,
is
Nick
this,
is driving to-
Baywatch?
with-
Like, where the fuck are we going?
I've lost all control, chat.
You're dealing with two brutes, basically.
Golly.
Everyone always get naked on the channel. Don't enable this behavior.
So
It's
yes, they
basically
are
beauty-
both shirtless right now.
I am.
Because that
dead.
was a
Look,
I
how
will
about
deal
listen,
great
with
idea.
it. Just stay behind a fucking bush. I will go and I'll activate some fucking awe, and hopefully, let's say if I say
Bark.
Nightingale, you guys need to come in. Okay?
Don't you go into that
Uh,
house alone.
She's not gonna go in alone.
I'm not trying to be stupid. I'm not trying to murder a kid or have another innocent person involved into this fucking mess.
Nope, trying to hurt any kids.
Well, I mean, who knows what could have happened back then, right? Depending on our approach.
Mm-hmm. We could have gotten
And
the
again-
answers just by knocking on the damn door.
Uh-huh.
But
So-
what I think is Nyx, knock on the door. If
Is it a scene?
try holding. Don't show your dagger. Just hold it close by, just in case.
I have it right in my back. I just need to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Be
All right.
careful.
So glad we don't leave fingerprints.
So we're sending Nyx to the front door to knock like a normal person, Jenna.
God, thank you. I was gonna let you be the barbarians you were being and bust into a fucking house, but thank you for just knocking on the door this time. I appreciate it.
I think it's a bad influence on you guys.
Oh, okay. So
Nyx is just fucking like enraged right now. She's totally down to like decapitate somebody, honestly.
To be honest, Sparta,
We all agreed on the plan.
all right,
yes.
let's speed.
But that
let's
was a
speed
lesson.
things up, guys. Conversations are done. You've talked about your plan 3 times now. Let's initiate the plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and knock at the door.
Okay. So you knock at the door. There's no answer. No lights turn on. There seems to be no movement inside. Nothing
I
happens.
will knock one more time, a little louder.
Same. No one's coming to the door. No lights are turning on. It doesn't seem to be, as you're kind of like looking in the windows and trying to listen. You're not hearing anything, seeing anything that indicates anybody's like in the process of waking up as they hear you knock on the door.
I'm gonna activate Sense the Unseen.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
So you activate Sense the Unseen, and
I'm just standing there and I'm trying to pay attention to whatever is my environment happening. Have 4 successes.
There's nothing
And at
happening.
this point, I'm trying to see if there's something on the door, a ward, somebody around, anything that is supernatural and is trying to hide and that can harm us. No?
You don't see
Okay,
anything.
then I touch the handle and see if it's open or not.
It's locked.
Okay. I guess like you guys are like right there, right?
Hiding
Yeah,
in some bushes,
close by.
according to your plan.
Perfect. I'm gonna go to the bush and be like, well, seems to nobody is here. Maybe we can find a door to go through if it's like not locked. Honestly.
I mean, it is the suburbs. How many people actually lock their back door?
The front door is locked.
Let's try the
I
back
tried
door.
it. I'm gonna, as we go around, if I see a window, I'm gonna try to lift it or see if it's liftable.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's not locked.
Doesn't
whatever.
budge. It's locked.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys make your way around to the back. So this house, instead of having like a standard door, it has a glass sliding door in the back, leading into the backyard.
Is it locked?
Do you try to open it?
Yeah, I'm trying to open.
It opens.
Well, that's a good start.
I drop all, and I activate fleetness again. 6.
So you're just running through the house like a mad woman looking?
No, it's just
Oh,
activated.
okay.
All right. Alejandro whispers, Sparta, you stomp. I honestly say wait outside because you stomp. You're huge. You're Shrek huge. Me and Nyx were a little bit lighter on our feet.
I'll do a dex check for stealth. Fuck. I have dex 4 at the moment. It might be better than 2 success sheet. Okay, 7 and 7. Cool.
I'll do
10 and 9. 4 successes, biatch.
I'll tell you what. I will count to 20 while you guys go in, and then I'll be as quiet as I can, but I'm coming in after that. That 20 seconds with your guys' speed, that should be plenty.
We can't. No, we're not. We're not.
We can be quiet if we're using fleetness, and it's not smart for us to do it.
We don't know what is in here. We only know an address, and look what happened at the first one. That was humans.
Oh.
So we can't do
I
this.
love how you guys are just standing at somebody's back door having a casual
I'm
conversation.
I'm fucking moving.
Jesus
Like, I don't know
Christ.
what the fuck they want to do. I already rolled for stealth. I'm going around the house. If they're following me around the house, fucking like talking, it's on them. I'm out. I'm like sneaking around the house.
Fine, go in. I'll watch the front. I'll go back to the car.
All right.
And I'll go to the car.
Just sneaks around.
Okay, both of you guys search the house. There's nothing in the house. There's no one. This house is completely empty. I'm gonna save everybody some time. There's nobody in the house at all. No one.
As soon as we realize that, I will fleet my ass out to Sparta and be like, hey, maybe we should go and do a recon inside and see if we can find some information in the house. Because it appears that nobody is there at the moment. And we don't have much time before sunrise, so
Yeah,
let's
you
get this
guys
done.
are burning time.
Okay, I'll follow her into the house.
Okay. You guys, what exactly are you looking for? Anything that would be related to what's been going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
You walk all around the house. Just seems like a normal house. There's clothes. There's food in the fridge. There's nothing anywhere that indicates that anybody that resides here has been involved in any of the shit that you guys have experienced. Just looks like a house. Has everything that you would expect to find inside of just your typical
And with
house.
Since the Unseen, there's nothing weird glowing or anything weird.
Nope. Nothing stands out.
Looks like we got some more information.
That is some busted shit. Let's get our asses to the safe house because honestly, we're gonna die in the sunrise very briefly.
Let's go. Text Lily says that both addresses were a bust.
Yeah, I'll get my phone out and I'll text Lev.
Okay. You guys are going back to the safe house?
Yeah.
Okay. So from where you guys are, it's about a 30-minute drive. This is probably as far as you've ever been from like the French Quarter as a group. Takes you a good while to get back. When you guys get back, as you're driving along the way, you don't get any responses from anyone. If you texted Lev, or that's the only person you texted was just Lev.
Just
Yeah,
like,
and I had texted like Colette
Yeah, they never
and
responded to
Ashley
you.
before.
Yeah, there was no response from either one of them. And you guys make it back to the house. And that no one's there. Ashley's not there. Colette's not there. No one. It's just your house waiting for you. And you've given no other and been given no other instruction for the night, as far as any text back.
I mean, we're probably half an hour from sunrise anyway, so.
We need to get inside.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm only gonna say this to both of you guys. I know this night has been rough. We got 2 busted addresses. This shit like this happens all the time. I dealt with a lot of these type of situations where I got information that didn't give us what we wanted. The only thing I can say is don't get discouraged. Now, you guys get some sleep. We'll wake up in the morning. Colette, I don't know how she's doing, but with how they took care of me, she'll be fine. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm gonna bust them.
Sparta doesn't say a word. He just walks in and lays on the couch.
Nick is gonna go to the gym for like literally 10 minutes, and you're just gonna like hear her screaming and punching something for 10 minutes, and then like she'll just go to bed.
Alejandro walks in and looks at Sparta. Easy. I know this is rough. We both know this is rough. Things like this happen. I've dealt with this before. Tomorrow's a new day, and we will take care of it.
Everything went to shit, man.
The most important thing is all of us are alive. That's
They hurt us.
if there's any victory to this owl is that we all came out alive, because you and I, we didn't know what the fuck we were going into. That could have been both of us dead. If it wasn't for Lindsay, we would have fucking been dead, because I haven't felt suffocation like that since I was fucking alive.
Get these guys. They can't get away with hurting us like this.
And as for Nix and Colette and whatever happened in that motel, and considering we know who that woman is now, it's going to require all our strengths to even try to take her down. Because if you think Lindsay as strong as she is, to think of the fact of who sired her. So who is her sire? That's what we're dealing with, apart from the whole other bullshit. But like I said, Colette will be fine. She's in good hands. We'll get new orders tomorrow. Hopefully Colette will be fine. And just get some sleep. Tomorrow we might. I'm gonna tell you right now. Tomorrow might be a little bit sour when everyone wakes up. But don't let it get to your head, okay?
You think we just SWAT teamed a house with no thin bloods?
I guess this is the first time you have seen naked boobies in a while.
Hate it here. I hate it here.
What do you think Lindsay is going to say
I
when she
I was like,
finds
where's
out-
this about to go? Talking about
when
boobs.
when she finds out that we just busted into a house, the neighbors saw, they called the cops. We are fucked.
Lindsay's gonna take care of it. Okay? That whole block is more than likely gonna be taken care of.
I don't give a fuck about the humans. What's going to happen to us? We're about to get the ass chewing of a lifetime, and we still have no fucking clue where these assholes are.
We did what we were told. Okay? We went to investigate. We should have taken a different approach. And I hope that now you see that busting doors isn't always the answer.
Clearly.
Because it's not.
But it was the best option we had at the time.
Honestly, we should have just knocked on the damn fucking door like we did the second one. But like I said, we got information from Lindsay. We got those addresses. We went and checked them out. It was a bust. Things like this happen in this world. So more than us getting an ass chewing, honestly, I think it's the people that acquired that information that's gonna get an ass chewing because we were wrongly informed. We really didn't even know that that chick had that was her boyfriend we were looking for. They gave us addresses. We went to check them out. We found nothing. The little girl and that chick, they will be taken care of. Hopefully, Nick calms down by tomorrow. Hopefully she doesn't turn into you. Colette. If she would have gotten shot a few more times, that would have been the end of her. So we need to try to think of we need to think about the positive things that happened tonight, even though everything went to shit. We need to try to look at the positives and keep our mind clear.
Fucking positive. It has been a shit show since the beginning.
Yes. But here's the thing, Sparta. If you continuously thinking from all the shit shows and don't take anything positive out from it, it's gonna end up eating you up. And that's when the big mistake starts coming in. That's where the huge mistakes starts coming in. We went in blindly to a fucking black fucking darkness thing that could have killed us. Because we started becoming narrow-minded. We started to just focus on one thing and not see what was around us. And like I said, if you don't take those small victories, just any of us surviving, that shit's gonna drive you fucking insane.
I guess, man. I don't like to see people I care about hurt. But I'll try.
See, this is the one last thing I'm gonna say to you before I head to bed. Now, I am afraid. Because I'm starting to care about you guys. And in my experience, everyone that I care about dies. Which is the biggest reason why I've been working alone most of the time. Good night. Alejandro just walks back into his room.
Spider just rolls over, faces the couch, and goes to sleep.
Alrighty. That's where we're gonna end it for tonight.